Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and Journey into Thunder. And if this is your first time to the channel, normally I talk about all things Thor comic books. Whereas today I'm going to be talking to you about nostalgia. So the last 3 weeks I've very much been living a little bit of my childhood, and hence why I haven't added any videos. So I'm going to show you a few of those things today and talk to you a little bit about why they're important to me as in my childhood, and probably how they're going to influence me in the future to come. Before I get into that, some of you may already know, but I'm a big Jurassic Park fan and also a big Lego fan. So on my channel, I've also been building this guy. So I'm going to start sharing that soon. What I got up to, I'll do a video all about it, and where it lives, which I'm sure you'll like to see. So if you want to keep an eye out for that, hit that subscribe button, hit the like whilst you're there as well, so you can see some more of this content soon. So let's get straight into my nostalgia items. So let's continue on from Jurassic Park and my love for dinosaurs. I also found out this week that if you like dinosaurs as a child, then it clearly shows you're hyper intelligent. So thank you for that. So let's have a look at the. Let's talk about the first thing on my nostalgia list. This little guy. So as a child, I don't have a huge amount of memories from my childhood. That's not because I had a bad childhood, but it's just I've got a terrible memory. But this is one of them. And I remember very vividly as a child, probably I was about 7 or 8. And I knew that for Christmas I had some kind of Jurassic Park toy. And my parents tried to hide this said toy in like an attic room to try and hide it away from us. Little did they know, as soon as I finished school or I came home and went into that attic room and played with this little guy for probably a good week before opening it as a Christmas present. So maybe I didn't know about Santa. Maybe Santa wasn't real that year. So yeah. Anyway, the toy that I want to talk to you about is a toy from 1992. It's a Kenner toy. I don't really talk about toys much on the channel, to be honest with you, mainly because I don't collect them much. But this could be changing in the future because these guys are super cool. I love the boxes, the Kenner boxes, that kind of red Jurassic Park colour. They are so cool. They're in this range, so it's 1992 it was released. They had different types or different ranges within this Kenner toy range. So this is from the large dinosaur range. Had to do some research on this guy. But this is from the large range. And there was a junior T-Rex, this guy. There was a Stegosaurus. There was a Triceratops. And then there was a big T-Rex as well. I love the boxes; they're so cool. Then they also had they had Dino Screamers, I think they're called, which were basically 2 dinosaurs that when you press them, they made noises. I think there was pretty sure there was a Velociraptor or there was a Dilophosaurus in there. Then they also did 4 characters. So the people, the humans. They did 4 or maybe 5 characters in there, and then they did some of the what are called cheap dinosaurs, like the Gallimimus and a few of those others. But this guy is the one which I picked up. I picked it up from eBay. I got it for £17. It is missing this part, which is a piece of flesh that comes out, so that when your dinosaurs are attacking each other, they can take this bit of flesh out. Each of the large range did have this happen. So on the Stegosaurus, the Triceratops, and the larger T-Rex, I read about a bit of research on this to try and find out, but the smaller T-Rex, which is this one, they released this, I think, because it was a cheaper option to the bigger T-Rex. So as I said, it's probably going to be a bit of a rabbit hole I fall down now. I really like this guy, but I also really like the box versions. I found out that a box version, so this is about, as I say, £17, I think it was, maybe plus shipping, £3-4, so call it 20. And then, but the box is being advertised at 220. So it with the box, it looks super cool. I'll put some pictures up throughout this so that then you can see. I haven't looked at the bigger T-Rex yet, but I'm sure that's probably a bit more, maybe 250. They do say they're quite rare or uncommon, but he's pretty cool. So that's my bit of childhood nostalgia. So I was probably about 7 or 8 when I got this guy, and because I absolutely loved Jurassic Park. It was one of the first films that I remember going to as a child with my father. It was a great film. I can't believe it's a PG. I watched Jurassic Park, the film, this week, mainly because of the Lego, to be honest with you. And then when I thought to myself, oh, I wonder if I can do some googling and find this toy. Of course, I found it very quickly within about an hour, and then did some eBaying. So there he is. He's pretty cool. So he lives on my shelf. Now for the second part of my nostalgia week, or nostalgia weeks. It's something that I was introduced to probably when I was about 15, 16, whilst I was at school. One of the overseas students who I was a very good friend with was from Hong Kong, and he said there was a show that he really enjoyed while staying at my house, and he said, let's see if we can watch it. I said, sure, well, why not? It was on Cartoon Network back in the day, and it was called DragonBallZ. I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about, and the Super Saiyans with Goku, Vegeta, with the kids, Goten, Gohan, Trunks. And this week, I actually found it on the Skybox on BBC iPlayer, and Dragon Ball Super. So when I was a kid, it was called Dragon Ball Z, which is the Frieza saga, which is the Majin Buu saga, and the Cell saga, of course, which I absolutely loved. It was, I don't know why I loved it, but I just loved it. The fighting was great. The colours were great. I actually also painted a picture of Goku in Super Saiyan 3 on my wall. I also used to have my email address as Super Saiyan 787 something blah blah blah. Don't no longer use it anymore, so don't try it. And whilst I was at university, I obviously have no money at university, but for some reason I bought all of the DVDs from Hong Kong. I still have most of them. I don't know where all of them have gone, but I've got Volume 4 here and Volume 9. So that's the Majin Buu series. Majin Buu series. Also, that's when Goku goes to Super Saiyan 3, my favourite. So anyway, that's a little bit about why I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. As it's on BBC. They're normally 20-minute 20-minute episodes, so they're very, very digestible. So I was rewatching those, or watching this range, because as I say, I watched the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, and the Majin Buu saga, and now I'm working my way through new episodes from, I think it's 2015 up to 2022. Where I only found out this recently, but I think Akira, what's he called? Never remember his name. Creator Akira. I'm sure in the comments you'll let me know. But he passed away a couple of years ago, or a year or so ago, Very sad. One of the great creators of manga, and many people around the world absolutely love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's a great story, actually. And actually, it's very similar to a lot of, should we say, Western comics. You've got a foreign character or foreign person from Earth coming to the planet with superpowers, fighting superpowers, and has some great morals. Vegeta maybe not so much, but loves to fight. But Goku loves to fight, but with always a smile on his face and looking to save the world, always looking to learn and test himself. So, like the Kenner toys, I'm sure this is going to then open up another rabbit hole for me to go down and collect, which is probably going to be things like a first appearance of Dragon Ball Z. So I've already looked at the comics for it. It does get a bit complex with trying to find the right first appearances or the right comic to get. So there are should we say, the Western comic version, so the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and then there's lots of first prints, second prints, I think up to 4. 9/8 ranging from $500 to $1,000 in the kind of in the Dragon Ball first print, but the actual, should we say, true first appearance in the manga is even more. But I probably will be falling down that hole because I would love to get a first print on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So it could be something that I'll be looking for and hunting for over the next year or so, and because it's something from my nostalgic childhood that I absolutely loved. I still really enjoy it and very much want to see how I can develop the collecting for it as well. Well, please hit a note, the comments below with if you guys know about Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Who's your favourite character? I'd love to hear from you. Equally, if you know much about the Kenner toys and the Jurassic Park range, I'd love to hear about it as well. Do you have any of these guys? Do you have any of these guys? This the Junior T-Rex. I'd love to hear. Please let me know. But make sure you hit that like, drop a comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already done to the channel. Thank you very much today. There's going to be a couple of more videos coming up over the next couple of weeks, and more about Thor mainly. I've also got my Lego video coming out hopefully very, very soon, and seeing what my Lego guy got up to. But thank you very much for today. Have a lovely rest of the day and speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.